And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Here's Mannion, and that is incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a fourth down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on third down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Let's go. 3-19. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
All right, here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 5 yards to go. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Peterson alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Watch it now. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Brown, the lone receiver, left. He'll look to throw. And this one brought in by Gathers. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go...
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that leads to a Carolina first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, They almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Dalton throwing on second down. And that is incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Passing, it's Dalton, and he finds Daniels. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Dalton now to pass. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina. Amari Cooper, 42 yards. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. And that makes it 14-10. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in this.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go.
Throwing is Mannion. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Here's Mannion. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain, and the Panthers are going to take another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And quickly, they get to the line.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking to throw. He's going to look, try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Latavius Murray, touchdown, Carolina. Latavius Murray, 49 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And out now come the Vikings. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defenses, there's 3 levels: D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and then you throw the ball over their heads, and now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Panthers will get the football back. And the Panthers coming out now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm.
Touchdown, Carolina! Latavius Murray with now his 2nd touchdown.